the win-loss column, which we don't want to be on. But I think we learn a lot about our team, more so when you play the tougher teams and when you play a team that's the same match up as you or less. And you can get away with some stuff that you kind of overlook some of the negative things and things you got to work on. And this team is absolutely no slouch. They got some guys that are Division I type caliber teams or kids, and we'll have a test tonight. There's no sure.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this football game and more about Clearwater International when we come back. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters. Merck Pharmaceuticals announced today that they have developed an experimental pill to treat COVID-19 that cut hospitalizations and deaths by half. Vanderbilt University Medical Center's Dr. William Schaffner says the pill seems to work against COVID-19 in the same way as a popular drug long used to take on influenza.
This new drug, like Tamiflu, interferes with the multiplication of the virus. That means although the virus is already in our bodies, if we can prevent it from multiplying, it can't spread further in our bodies, and thus our disease severity is lessened, the illness is shortened, and of course we're prevented from needing hospitalization and we're prevented from dying.
On Wall Street, the Dow up by 482 points, the Nasdaq rose 118. This is SRN News.
Are you looking to get a great price on a new Buick, GMC, or Subaru? Conley and Bradenton. Need a reliable used car you can afford? Conley and Bradenton. What about great financing, expert service, and a reputation that is second to none? Yep, you guessed it. Conley and Bradenton. Hi, I'm Alan Conley. And I'm Chris Conley. From the time our grandfathers started our dealership over a half century ago, we have been proud to be part of this community. So for your family's next vehicle, come see our family. Conley Buick GMC and Conley Subaru. 800 Cortez Road West in Bradenton. Conley Buick GMC, where we treat you like family.
Coastal Orthopedics proudly supports Manatee High School and Hurricanes football. Dr. Dan Lamar, a former Hurricane, is the team's medical director. Dr. Lamar and the staff of experts at Coastal Orthopedics are recognized leaders in sports medicine and wellness technology. With offices in West Bradenton, East Bradenton, and Lakewood Ranch, they're always close by. Details online at coastalorthopedics.com. Coastalorthopedics.com. Coastal Orthopedics, keeping you in the game.
Accidents happen every day, and no one expects that it's going to happen to them until it does. That's when your whole life can turn upside down. If you find yourself in that position, either from a personal injury or an on-the-job injury, you don't have to go it alone. Protectors, Legler, Murphy, and Battaglia. All injuries all the time. Contact them today by going to allinjurieslaw.com. That's allinjurieslaw.com.
Paisano's Italian Bakery is your destination for delicious, decadent desserts. How about an eclair, a pastry filled with sweet, creamy custard and mountains of rich, melt-in-your-mouth chocolate icing on the top? Or try a Napoleon, layers of puff pastry and creamy custard topped with the perfect amount of icing. And of course, don't forget the favorites, tiramisu and cannoli to die for. Paisano's Gateway Shopping Center on Stickney Point, Sarasota. Paisano's, yum.
This report is brought to you by AC Today. Never worry about your heating and cooling system again. 941-751-2642.
Overcast tonight, low 75. Partly sunny tomorrow with a passing shower in the afternoon, high 91. Clear skies tomorrow night, low 73. Sunny on Sunday with a passing shower in the afternoon, high 90. Sunday night clearing, low 72. Sunny and comfortable on Monday. The Answer.
This is Miss Manatee Hurricanes football on AM 930. The Answer.
Back here in the Big Countdown to kickoff. Danny Carter along with Chad Choate. Tonight, the Manatee Hurricanes play host to the Knights of the Clearwater Academy International. And Chad, let's just kind of roll things in and we'll kind of update everybody on what's going on with, first of all, let me start with Clearwater. Clearwater comes into this ballgame very well-balanced team, really, when you look at it. 217 on the ground, 230 in the air. They've thrown for over 1,000 yards. They have passed for over 1,000 yards. So a team that is solid. But, again, let's put things in perspective. They're a prep school that pulls people, a lot of kids from Canada area and different areas.
International.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing a miniature IMG tonight.
Yeah,
that's really and truly what we're dealing with. And you know what? That's one side of it. Throw that away.
Who we play, I think that, talking to Coach Green during the podcast and before it and after it, we really do have to set up the run. And it's tough to – I know we've said this probably a couple weeks in a row. It's hard to set up the run, though, when you're down a couple touchdowns in the beginning of the game because you've got to kind of catch up. And so you abandon the run to kind of throw and get caught up in the game point-wise. So if we can, it really kind of starts defensively. We can stop them to not be ahead of us so much. I think we're going to see a lot of run plays that we have not seen in weeks past. I think we're going to see a lot more getting heavy formation. When I say heavy formation, it's another offensive lineman in for the tight end, that sort of thing. And I truly believe that he wants to run the ball, but at some point, you got to kind of play the game that's at hand, and you abandon some of those things that you want to do because, hey, I'm down by 2 scores or 3 scores, and I got to throw the ball to be successful. So I do think we're going to see the run game more here. Hopefully, I'd love to see us take the ball the first quarter or the first kickoff and be able to really set the precedent of let's be physical. And I talked to him on the podcast. At some point, you got to tell the offensive line, this is on us now. Let's be physical. Let's run the ball, and let's set the tone for the game.
I think there's been a bunch of changes they're trying to make. We'll see if everything comes into play. We'll take a quick time out. We come back, we'll talk about other games in the area, more about our district setup in the future, and more about this Manatee offense and defense. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Go Canes! Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory wishes you the best of luck this season. Your Manatee neighbor for over 46 years, with now 3 generations of service, the caring professionals at Brown & Sons know how to guide you and your family through the difficult times. Featuring Trust 100 pre-planning, they'll handle all your local and long-distance needs. Celebrate the game of football, but when the game of life must end, depend on Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory to serve you. Online at brownandsonsfuneral.com.
When it comes to excellence in football, nobody beats the Manatee Hurricanes. When it comes to excellence in body shops, nobody beats Costantino. Costantino Body Shop specializes in collision repair with cutting-edge equipment and technology. Costantino helps you with your insurance claims and gets you back on the road. Life moves fast, and Costantino keeps you moving. 9th Street West in Bradenton. Details online at CostantinoBodyShop.com. Bradenton's oldest and most trusted paint and body shop. Costantino Body Shop.
They say life is better on the water, where the only measure of time is the disappearing tide and the sound of fishermen returning from a long day's work. That's where you'll find Swordfish Grill, nestled along the quiet Gulf Coast in Florida's oldest fishing village. This is a place to relax, to unwind, and enjoy freshly caught seafood. They say life's better on the water. We couldn't agree more. Swordfish Grill and Tiki Bar, located in Cortez, Florida's oldest fishing village.
Ever bring a carload to the Trail Drive-In to see a double feature? We were there. As a third-generation company, Florida Southern Roofing's been around, and we continue to serve Suncoast neighbors year after year to rave reviews.
Doesn't matter if it's shingle or tile. Give us a jingle, we will make you smile. Roof Patrol will give you extra mile at Florida Southern.
Experience our 5-star service.
Florida Southern Roofing.
FloridaSouthernRoofing.com.
Odyssey. AM 930, The Answer.
Welcome back to the Shake Pick Countdown to Kickoff here at Joe Canam Field, Hawkins Stadium. The Manatee Hurricanes tonight hosting the Clearwater International Academy Knights. Yeah, the Hurricanes come in 0-4, Chad, and let's get realistic. And we're going to talk about some things that make a big difference. A win tonight is great. A loss, okay, we're still on the same train wreck that we've been on. But when we get past the Venice game, it's all district games and then Southeast.
Sure.
Based on what we have played so far and the teams they've played, the RPI of all those teams and the records they've played bode well for us in order for an opportunity to venture into the playoffs.
Absolutely. to be honest with you, I'll be honest, I don't know, and I haven't researched this, but just from my knowledge of the local teams, etc., I don't know if there's another team, maybe Venice. I don't know if there's another team that has played other teams or opponents they've played who are going to have a better RPI at the end of the year than us, to be honest with you. And that's what it is about. That's what it comes down to this year, and it's been the past couple of years, is you have to take on your opponent, who they play, what their schedule is. And so, look, tonight I want to see progression. I want to see, can we get better than we were last week? I mean, hopefully we can. Next week against Venice. Venice is a top 8 top team in the country, in the state. I mean, RPI wise, that's gonna be a tough road. But after that, that's the heart of our schedule, to where we're playing East Bay, we're playing Linden, we're playing Bloomingdale, we're playing Southeast. That's when we're really gonna be able to find out.
Yeah, are we average or are we below average? And I'll throw it down to Kevin. Kevin's on the sidelines down there, and you've seen the same thing. That's kind of the barometer coming 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, obviously we're not as good as Lakeland, right? We're not at that level we have been in the past. But do we have a shot at? Are we average? Do we have a shot at making the playoffs in an average district? We'll find out. And if we get to those games and we can't win any, then we just start having fun and having a good time, right?
Oh, I agree. And, at some point in time, you got to realize, hey, the teams we've played are far superior than what we are.
Correct. We usually intentionally set up a schedule normally that prepares us for the playoffs, prepares us for better teams. We don't necessarily want to come out here and play below average teams, because it doesn't improve you, right? It doesn't challenge you at all. And so we've always tried to challenge ourselves in the past. And unfortunately, we're having a down year, and that philosophy is coming back to bite us this year.
Well, I love the fact, and we say down year, but let me put something in perspective for everybody that's listening and maybe watching this pregame show. The bottom line is this. You go back to the St. Thomas game, and where we are today, 6 players that played in the St. Thomas game are on this field today.
Yeah.
So that's a huge difference. It's not like we brought back 15 of 22 starters. I mean, and I'm not here to make excuses for where we are. The bottom line is we're very, very young. On the defensive side, and you're going to hear it with my interview with Coach Green coming up, hey, we got 2 guys, a freshman and a sophomore, that anchor this defense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's no question. And some of it, the position, let's look at the offensive line. Not that they're young or they're juniors, but they're inexperienced. They don't have
very inexperienced.
Any playing time. Couple of them were defensive guys that we brought over to the offensive side in spring of this year. Have never really played this is their 4th, 5th game as an offensive line.
Hey, things will get better. Let's all be patient and let's see where things go. Listen, we're going to take a timeout. We come back, we're going to hear from head coach Jaquez Green. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Get sizzling savings on new Jeeps during the Make This the Summer event at Perkins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Bradenton.
Drive a new 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee from just $259 a month. $259 a month.
Expect more, save more. Find it at Perkins. Get sizzling savings on Motor Trend's Truck of the Year during the Make This the Summer event at Perkins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Bradenton.
2021 Ram DT Quad Cab.
Champion solutions for your employees' leasing needs. Everything from big business to small business. Howard Leasing covers it all. From payroll processing and workers' comp to human resources and employee benefits. Get on the winning team with Chuck Howard and all the pros at Howard Leasing. Details available online at Howard.